Alright, so let's look at the synthesis of dibutyl ether for 1-butanol using sulfuric acid here as a catalyst. So what I've got here is 10 mLs of 1-butanol. And to this I'm going to add 2 mLs 6 molar HCl. And we're going to attach this here to our fractionating column. Now, the big thing about this column that we're getting ready to run here, sorry, get this down. Alright, there we go. So first thing we want to do is make sure solution's good and mixed. And, sorry, I had this was a lot smoother. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the acid catalyst here as a way of driving the reaction to completion. So we're going to run this for about 30 to 40 minutes. This should ensure a lot of the water is driven off. And what this distillation column is going to do for us is it's going to remove the water that's formed as a byproduct of the ether synthesis. But we don't expect to get a lot of water out. And the reason we don't expect to get a lot of water out is that this is a very small amount of ether what we're synthesizing, only 10 mLs. So we're going to lose a lot of it to the condenser column, but it's better that we're using this apparatus anyway, just to ensure that we do pull the water apart. So I'm going to let this reaction run for about 40 minutes, and I'll give you some video updates every now and then just to let you see what's going on. Right, so here we are just a few minutes into it. We're already starting to see droplets form on the inside of the flask, and we're starting to see this reflux action going on. Now again, the goal of using this condenser column is to drive off the water, which boils at a much lower temperature than the 1-butanol and the diethyl ether. You can already kind of see, hopefully in the video, where it's starting to boil out the boiling stones. But yeah, what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to basically run this at a temperature where we're driving the water off, and the water's getting caught in the condenser columns, and the only thing we get left behind is the ether. Right, so here we are about halfway through, and you can see we've actually gotten most of the column wet at this point. There's a lot of condensation starting to move up into the still head. Temperature's still going to be pretty low. We really haven't had time to heat up the thermometer. But yeah, we're definitely getting a good reaction going on here. We see a slight change to a golden color from the N-butyl ether, or the N-butanol. So hopefully this is the ether showing up here. Alright, so now we're coming up in about 40 minutes here. It looks like the reflux is just about done. Again, getting some condensation in the top. But now that we're ready to put it into it, I'm going to lift this up. Settle it down and wait for it to cool to the point that it's actually kind of safe to handle, and we'll start doing the separation.